Oh, whisk, 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 whisk. Welcome to my custardy kitchen. I'm Jane de Graaf. I've got some beautiful Australian eggs here, and today I want to talk about custard because it is one of my favourite dishes in the whole wide world, and I know a really easy way to make it. And take a look at these things here because I'm going to show you how to make a dish called Impossible Pie. But don't be alarmed, because the only impossible thing about this dish is how impossibly simple it is to turn out a beautiful custard slice. So we're going to get started. Into my bowl here, I'm going to add my dry ingredients first. So that is 1 cup of caster sugar into the bowl, 1 cup of coconut. Now, not everybody adds this to Impossible Pie, but I love it, and you'll see why at the end. And then 1/2 cup of plain flour. So we'll pop that in there and we'll just give it a little mix together. And then what we're going to do is add all our wet ingredients. So to that, I've got 125 grams of melted butter that is going in. Oh, it smells so good. Some lovely vanilla paste, which we'll just squeeze out in there like that. You can use whatever kind of vanilla paste you have. I've got the lovely syrupy kind here, but you can use the beans if you want to scrape those in. And then we're going to tip in 4 beautifully whisked Australian eggs because that's going to make our custard base. So in they go. And now all we're going to do is give that a lovely mix together for a minute, and then we're going to add our milk. So give that a bit of a stir just to get things going and incorporated. All right, mix, mix. Oh, I wish you could smell the coconut in here. It's fantastic. All right, so that's looking good. Now we're going to add 2 cups of milk. The batter will look quite wet, but don't worry about that. There's a reason for that, and it's going to be part of the magic at the end of our baking session. So in goes our 2 cups of milk. Give that a mix through. Now don't do what I did and go at it gung-ho straight away because you'll end up with a big old mess. The milk will splash out of the bowl. But give that all a mix through, and what we end up with is quite a wet batter. But that's okay. That's okay. That's a necessary part of this. So there we go. We'll give that all a mix together. And what you'll see starts to happen, if you let that sit for a minute, the coconut will actually rise to the top. And that is also part of the magic. So we've given that a bit of a mix. Now, follow me this way, because I'm going to pour this into a lined tin. Now look at that. See what I mean? It's quite wet looking, but that is absolutely exactly what it's supposed to look like. Now this is going to go into the oven for 40 minutes on quite a low temperature, 155 degrees. Keep an eye on it, and if it's browning too much on one side, give it a turn. But when it comes out, we're going to put it into the fridge, and when we slice it, you're going to see the magic. So, into the oven. That baby is out of the oven, and look at this. Now, the reason I can pick it up and hold it is because not only did I take it out of the oven, I then popped it in the fridge to set a little bit, because what happens when it comes out is it'll still be a little bit wobbly in the middle. That's the custard. So I put it in the fridge for half an hour just to let it set up a little bit more firmly to make it easy to slice. So here we go. It has a lovely cracked top, which I love that happens when it's baked, and you can see all the coconut has risen to the surface. Absolutely part of the reason why I love putting coconut in this dish. So now we're just going to pull down the sides and give it a slice, because the magic has happened while it's been baking. Didn't I say it was easy? It was just mix and then put it straight into the oven. And here we go. Let me see if I can cut it in a way that you'll be able to see what's going on inside, because that is the magic. Let me do this. Oh, it smells so good. It smells all vanilla-y and custardy and beautiful. Let's pick this bit up. Oh, come and look at this, because what you've got is a set base. You've got this beautiful custardy bit in the middle, and then on top you've got like this beautiful coconut crust. So there's 3 distinct layers there with your 2 types of custard on the bottom and your crackly, delicious, beautiful coconutty top. This is the easiest way that I know to make a vanilla-y custard slice with beautiful Australian eggs. It's a classic dish, one that I think everyone should have in their repertoire, like good scones. You can throw it together and it is an utter crowd pleaser. And because I know how good it is, I'm going to say goodbye now, because as soon as I bite this, I'm going to be absolutely absorbed in eating it. See you next time. Oh my God, so good.